Welcome back to Track Talk. 3 races down and still many more to preview here for this Saturday's meeting. We're up to race number 4. It is an open maiden 1100 metres. An open maiden 1100 metres. And we have the likes of Reignite at the top, Big Tiger, Rusty Rust, Burgundy Lad, Silver Sword, down to Lucky Ginning, Super Generous, Limbs Denali, an interesting runner at the bottom, 19 Star, Candy Rain for Oscar Chavez, and Simlong Beach, the emergencies of Modern Express, City Gate, and Lucky Jin Cheng. Well, the first runner we're going to have a look at is Reignite, another one of the well-represented Mark Walker stable. This was a nice second in maiden grade.
It was. Now, I remember watching this thinking I didn't really like his attitude a great deal. He had subsequently, though, been found to be lame on an off 4 and was required to pass a vet test in a trial, which he's done so on the 25th of August. But I wasn't convinced by him, I must say, and you know, if he was lame, then he deserves another chance, Scott. But in this race, I was happy to take him on. Interestingly enough, I noticed Mark's put a tongue tie and a special bit on first time. Blinker pacifiers have come off, but I don't know. I've got a slight reservation about his resolution.
Yeah, gear changing looking to be a big thing for Reignite. Here is Big Tiger. Now, this was a nice race when he ran 4th in a pretty hotly contested novice event.
It was a good run, actually. Yeah, really encouraged by this run from a horse who I don't think had any real place in the field running as close as he did, but he's run well. He clearly handles the polytrack surface okay. You can see where he's come from as well. Look at those cat racing colours, the red, white and blue. He's come from a fair way behind a few of these to finish off okay. Were the ones in front of him, the likes of 8 Ball, was he stopping? I don't know. If horses could talk to us, we'd be a lot wiser, but that was a good run there from Big Tiger. He's a horse who, off a mark of 46, could certainly win a race like this, could win a handicap maybe in Class 5 as well, so keep on the right side of him. He's with a shrewd trainer, and I tell you what, the day he does win, I bet he's not a big price. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that he could be met with support, judging by that. I think the illustrious form's going to hold up, actually. I think he's a very progressive sort of horse moving forward. Another runner in this race is Limbs Denali from the well-represented Limbs stable, and she just continues to sort of promise that little bit each time she runs. Still yet to get that first win on the board, though.
She is, but I don't think it'll be too long in coming. She's run a few placings now from 5. She's an honest little filly. She's not very big. She weighed in at 4.82 last time, so she was a bit heavier than a run 2 starts back behind Renzo. Good run though. Look, she boxes on well to the line. Take the winner out of that, and she got close, didn't she?
Another mare in the race is Candy Rain from the James Peters stable, and look, she did a little bit wrong on debut going to the barriers, but she looked in very good order when she won a trial here.
She did, didn't she? I was actually down at the trials this morning, and I remember seeing her, and she's very much a mare who gets on toe, and trainers James Peters had said as much as well. She can be a bit of a hothead, but she was backed in the race behind K Doom, 82 into $64. Second quickest sectional home. I know she was beaten 5.5, but it was a closing section of 23.5. Oscar on board for a bit of track work. We know Oscar's a pretty dab hand when trying to settle these horses, and I think he just prides himself, doesn't he, on working with the problem children, shall we speak. But yeah, look, she made all the running in her trial. They might opt to go forward with her. They might not have much choice, Scott, as well, because she's drawn wide. Whether or not they go back or they go forward, that's the decision they've got to make. But she can only improve, daughter of Manhattan Rain, so hopefully she can take another step forward.
Yeah, she's definitely one of the leading chances. I just wanted to get your opinion on anything in the race that you thought. Obviously, these maidens can throw up something that really improves out of sight. Maybe the likes of Simlong Beach, blinkers on first time?
Yes, possibly. Runs again, one of a few actually, backing up quickly after last week. Only ran 6 days ago. 7th behind Demeso, beaten 9 lengths. Now gets a handicap mark. Yes, gets the blinkers, but I wasn't overly convinced, I must say. I think there are probably stronger chances in the race. She's better drawn. I'd probably like to see her in a handicap, maybe with a claim on as well, because I don't think she's massive by any stretch. So yeah, I'll reserve judgment on her, but yes, she can improve, I'm sure, with headgear going on.
Yeah, an interesting maiden. Where did you side with for this interesting maiden event?
As I said, I think I'm willing to take Reignite on, to be honest with you. I've got Limbs Denali on top, over Reignite, Big Tiger and Candy Rain. They were my 4 here, 9, 1, 2 and 11.
I'm with number 1, Reignite. I think he's going to get the job done here. A good gear change can really alter his behaviour. 11, Candy Rain. They look to really sort out her behaviour manners, and I'm looking for her to improve. Big Tiger in for 3rd. He's from a strong stable at the moment, and I can see him being met with support. And Limbs Denali in for 4th, a very interesting runner. She's always promised a lot, and she'll be hitting the line strongly. 1, 11, 2 and 9 for race number 4. Race 5 follows, and that is a Class 4 Division 1 over 1,600 metres, and it's a great contest over the mile. Axel, Leatherhead, Apollonra, Caribbean Lady, Solo Sun, Karimani won a maiden at big odds. Don De La Vega's been performing well in Class 4, Mega Gold and Lord of Cloud. Well, here's a nice win from Caribbean Lady, and this came in a Cranji Stakes C over the 1,600 metres.
Yes, it was a good performance off of a mark of 53. Beat Pennywise, that's actually very good form. Now, he's running in the Class 2 later on in the afternoon, so this is strong form for Caribbean Lady. 4 times a winner from 30, all 4 wins over this course and distance. I love the way she's dug in here and just outpointed Pennywise on the run towards the line. Bit of track work here with Voluntad earlier on this week. Saifud and Ishmael will remain on board. And look, I've said it time and time again, and I'll say it again, when a mare or a filly finds themselves into a little purple patch of form, they could be worth following. She's got a decent record with Saifud as well. He's only ridden her twice for a win and a placing. Yeah,
and here's an interesting one at the top, and that is Axel. He's back to a winning mark when he last won a race, and he gets the services of Gerald and Siao.
He is back to mark of 67, 1 over course and distance. That's him working there earlier on this week. Interesting runner. Obviously, he's got a tongue-tied advisor on as well. As you say, last winning mark. He's not got the same sort of weight to carry though this time. He's got a bit more weight to shoulder than he did when winning. That was actually a Class 3, so the form of which is decent for a race of this level. He's a definite chance. Only a smallish field really, 9 runners, so we're into single figures for this one, but he, on his pick of his form and the balance of it, he's definitely a player.
Yeah, when I was having a look at Axel, obviously his last run in Class 4, he ran 3rd to Leatherhead. That was over 1,600 metres, and then he came out, won a Class 3 race to start after that. So he's obviously in that right sort of grade. He's obviously got a bit of weight to carry, but that 4 kilogram claim I think is going to be a big push for Axel. The next runner is Mega Gold. We're going to have a look at one from the Tim Fitzsimmons stable, and would have just tinkering around with this horse, trying to get another win on the board.
Yeah, 3rd horse we've previewed on the show thus far, that's backing up after only a 6-day break. 4th to Universal Empire last week. Not a bad run at all. First try over the trip, Polytrack. He has obviously won on the Poly. This horse actually provided Tim with his very first winner when partnered by Michael Rodd, so he's a horse that I'm sure they love in the stable. Lightweight, JP van der Merwe's riding well. Expect a big run.
Here's his stablemate Don De La Vega for the Barry stable, and well, he's a Class 5 winner of 4 starts ago, but he has been running some nice races in this grade.
Yeah, he's twice winner in this grade as well, Scott, so you can't rule him out, I don't think, Don De La Vega. He'll run his race, that's for sure. Slight query though, course and distance and Poly, 0 from 5 Polytrack for Don De La Vega, and he's also had 3 goes over the course and distance. I know he's run a couple of thirds, but maybe Polytrack just doesn't quite agree with him, so maybe just err on the side of caution. All of his wins have been on turf.
Well, it's only a 9-horse field for this maiden contest, but we're going to bring up a punting pointer that Nick's managed to find during the week as he's done his homework, and that relates to horse number 2, Leatherhead, and it reads is a 1,600 metre course record holder on the Polytrack, running a time of 1:37.42, and his form reads the figures at the bottom of your screen. You can have a look at just how sort of consistent he has been, this galloper, Nick.
He has, yeah. He's been very consistent, hasn't he? Good form figures there, and obviously returning to this trip's going to really suit him nicely. So he's run again only last week. 7th by Special Ops was not that bad. He was doing all his best work late, so he'll be doing all his best work at the finish again. Yeah,
it's only a small field, but we're going to bring up our selections for this race, and well, it's always hard to sort of find a winner in these small little fields over the 1,600 metres. But I've gone the way of Axel, number 1 at the top. I think the claim is significant. He's back to a winning mark. Gerald Lassielle's got a good association with this horse, and he gets a nod on top for me. Number 2, Leatherhead in for 2nd. You can never rule him out at this track and distance. He always runs a great race. Caribbean Lady in for 3rd. Looks to hold the form here after a last start win. And Don De La Vega has been running very well lately for 4th. 1, 2, 4 and 7, Nick.
Yeah, I've gone with Leatherhead on top here. I think he's the one they've got to beat. Conditions suit him very well, so he'll do for me in this contest. A race in which 1 or 2 have probably got to bounce back, including Axel, but the drop in grade will certainly suit him. Caribbean Lady's in super form, so you can't rule her out. And perhaps Mega Gold could be very interesting there going up in trip. Will handle the surface, and he's always looked as if he could be more of a miler than what he's been racing over. And JP van der Merwe riding well. 2, 1, 4, 8 for me.
Yeah, an interesting mile race in race 5, and hot on the heels of that at 2:30 p.m. is race number 6. It's a 1200 metre Class 5 Division 2, and quite a big field. June Ho, Supreme Fighter, Coming Fast, Jurek Takes a Ride, New Garden, Minaj, Wednesday, Clarton Supreme for Prisoner and the Inside Barrier. Summer Glitter, Spirit of the Wind, and a couple of emergencies, Rich Fortune and Gallant Black. The first runner we're going to have a look at, obviously, for this small sort of event is Legenda having track work.
Yeah, just a bit of track work here with Summer Glitter. Obviously, did win 2 starts back, beat Holy Eleanor, and actually then 4th after that wasn't too bad either. So working there with stablemate Summer Glitter, who also runs in the race as well. So there's 2 for your track work watchers there. But look, not an overly strong race, this 2:30 contest. I thought a little bit of the gloss was taken off this race with Turf Beauty not accepting. So look, a race that I don't have an overly strong opinion on, but the PPs might help.
Yeah, we've got a punting pointer for this race, and obviously the punting pointers have held in good stead in weeks gone by, and that's in relation to David Koch, and he's saddled 3 winners from his last 10 runners. 10 starts, 3 wins, 2 seconds. He's definitely a man in form at the moment.
Yeah, he's also racing well. He's had Real Effecto win recently. He's had Demesso win last week as well. So in this race, the 2 horses that we saw in track work there, he's got Legenda and also Summer Glitter. So yeah, look, it's a race where he might well have a bit of a say in it. I quite like Coming Fast. Vlad Jurek rides. First time he's ridden the horse. The horse has got a win on. He's been placed on Polytrack, but has got a win in Blinkers, and he's got Blinkers going back on this time around. Vlad does not ride all that often for Desi Co. 2 wins from 5 in the last 12 months, so that could be a little bit of a pointer as well for a horse who needs to find his best form, but if doing so under the champ, he can certainly win this.
Yeah, it is a sort of level sort of Class 5 event. Selections wise, where did you go, Nick?
Coming Fast was the one that I wanted to be with here.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think he's a good player in this event. Vlad Jurek Takes a Ride. Like you said, he doesn't team up all that often with him, and I'll put him on top. 6, New Garden in for second. Obviously, you've got to respect the Jerome Tan runners in these sort of grades. They're always well supported. 2, Legenda. Look, a nice win in maiden grade 2 starts ago. And 3, Supreme Fighter. He's drawn better to run a better race this weekend. 4, 6, 2 and 3.
Yeah, Coming Fast with the blinkers on could be the one to go with here, but not an overly strong selection. New Garden in for second. I thrown Legenda in as well. Track work looked okay, and our showcase has got bits and pieces of form. Getting down the weights now. 4, 6, 2, 9.
Well, we're 6 races down for this Track Talk episode for meeting number 36 of the year. We've still got half a card left to preview and a couple of really nice races coming up after this break.